This audio is the third in a series, so if you haven't heard the other two, check those out first. The links are in the description. If you like this audio, please consider leaving a comment. Thank you. And let's set the scene. It's been a full 24 hours since you've gone into hiding with your assigned protection agent, your former boyfriend. It's been uncomfortable, to say the least. Not only because he won't talk to you about anything that doesn't have to do with your current situation, but also because he keeps ordering you around. And you're pretty sure it's some kind of revenge for ghosting him or something like that. And you want to confront him about the cheating, about why he felt the need, why you weren't enough. You do get the sense that he does have your best interests in mind, but this whole situation is just leaving you feeling lost and abandoned and unloved. Yet there's something in the firmness of his voice, the way he tells you what to do. It's starting to... After leaving the safe house, you've been driving again for hours and hours, and you've finally arrived at a hotel. He's checked you in, and now he's preparing you to get into the building without being seen. Okay, this is pretty much the same deal as last time, except it's a hotel and not a safe house. The room's clean, so we're just going to go. All right? Just keep your head down. We'll get in the room. We'll make sure everything's tightened up, and we can finally take a load off. For at least a day, I think. All right? All right, let's go. All right, it's down the hall, on the left. Oh, shit, there's somebody coming. I want you to go in the room here with the ice machine. Do it now. Just grab an ice bucket there, mess around with the ice machine, and make quiet small talk. Yeah. Yeah, it should be nicer tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be able to get started again. Should be a nice day. Okay, that's enough. They're gone. You ready? We're almost at the room. Let's go. All right, this is it. Okay, I think we can breathe easy for a little bit. Have a seat, or better yet, take the bed. Yeah, it's fine. I'm perfectly comfortable sleeping on the floor. It's really fine, just take the bed, okay? What do you mean, why am I being nice to you? Why wouldn't I be nice to you? Okay. You want something to drink? Yeah, here. Believe you me, I'd be hitting that minibar pretty hard right now if the situation was different. Okay. Oh. Well, we haven't actually had any real conversation this whole time because I'm trying to be situationally aware. I'm trying to make sure I'm alert. And if I'm all wrapped up in my head, talking to you about us, I won't be able to focus. But we've got a little breather now, so if you're ready, emotionally, mentally, maybe it'll help take your mind off of, bad guys. Do you want to talk about a year ago? Yeah, I'd like to talk about that. What do you mean, why? I've been trying to figure out this whole time why you just disappeared. No, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Honey, a year ago, my life turned on its ear. Before that, I was so happy. You were the center of
everything. And then you weren't. And it nearly broke me. I mean, I took 2 weeks off of work, which you know I never do. And I tried to track you down. I tried to use department resources to find you, and I couldn't. And then 2 months later, I finally got a hit that you were in Thailand, and I didn't know why. And it wasn't until just a few months ago that someone told me you were with your father, without ever hearing his name, without ever even knowing who he was. And I was just left guessing why you'd leave everything behind. Why you'd leave me. Now you're here. And I have to know. Why? Why did you leave? Tell me. Admit to what? What? Honey, I didn't even date anybody for almost a year before I was dating you, and I haven't touched another woman since that first date with you. When I first saw you, I knew I was in trouble. And when we first kissed, well, I knew my heart was a goner. You've been it. Look at me. You've been it. You were the one. I was sure of it. I would have never even looked at another woman like... No. No, I didn't cheat on you. Oh. It had to be your dad, right? What did he tell you? I see. Well, I don't know for sure. I'd be guessing. You want me to guess? Okay. I think he knew the writing was on the wall, that they were going to get him. And I think he wanted to spend time with his estranged daughter before it was over. I think he couldn't have a Fed dating his daughter. I wish I had known. But you just never talked about him. He wasn't really in your life. Well, it doesn't matter now, but it does finally make sense. He had to get me out of the picture, even if he didn't have a price on his head. So he figured out my schedule. He made up some shit. And you reacted exactly like he thought you would. Yeah. Look, I'm not even saying that it's wrong that you went with him. I wish I had known. I wish I could have at least said goodbye. I wish I could have done something. I could have been working on this for you. I could have... It's all done. It's okay. Look, if my father came to me and said that you were cheating on me, that he had evidence, I'd probably want to see it, but I'd also believe him. And your dad, being the guy that he is or was, he probably spun a pretty good story that made you not even question it, right? Yeah. And that's not on you. That's on him. As a lifelong Mafia guy, used to getting his way with charisma. He's not who you thought. He's done a lot of really bad things, okay? I've seen the list. Especially because one of the things we thought he did was start to disrupt that group out of Chicago. So they had to take him out. He overreached. He got greedy. He would have been taken down at some point anyway by somebody probably, but he was a damn fool going after those guys. I mean, they're ruthless. They left no witnesses at the hotel. They took out hotel staff. They took out people in the rooms next door. It was a bloodbath. And I'm grateful that you weren't in there. I'm grateful that I got to have this conversation with you right now and put the pieces together, have things start to make sense. I understand we're probably done. I get it. I figured out after a few months that I had to face the music, that this was a done deal, that you just didn't want me or something anymore. I didn't know why, but it took so long to put all these pieces together. And I had already made my peace a long time ago. But there's two important things going on here, okay? I have been true to you since the moment I met you. Period. End of story. And I want you to believe me. Thank you very much. And the other really, really important thing here is that I know who your father really was, or at least what he was capable of. And I'm happy that you got to know the good side of him, but even that good side manipulated you and took you away from me. And I don't forgive him. But that kind of seems irrelevant now, unfortunately. But this is important, okay? I do forgive you. I don't blame you for any of that. That wasn't you, that was your dad being who he was. Even if he had some good intentions mixed in there, he had no fucking right to take you from me. I'm so angry at him, but I've missed you. Every few days, something will remind me of you, and well, it takes me out for a minute, you know? Thinking about what I could have done wrong to piss you off, thinking about what could have been. And now I know. I think at least I have some peace, you know? You really seem bitter, too, for seeing me. But why? Was it just that you thought I cheated, honey? Was it? Honey, we talked about this so many times. This is effectively a mission, right? I mean, this is the most serious life and death shit you will ever do. I mean, hell, this is the most delicate situation I've ever been charged with. These guys are serious business, okay? And these practices we have to keep you safe, the no questions, you do what I say, military style thing, that's to keep you alive. That's to keep us from making mistakes. I don't want to do that. I have to do that, literally. For instance, right? Think about if there was a security camera that caught your face somewhere because you weren't looking down, like I told you, right? And then some facial recognition software picks you up and flags you in some database, and then they get it, and do you understand how critical this shit is? These guys will do anything to take you out. You've got such a huge price on your head. There's enough cash for all of them to retire if they wanted to, but they don't want to because they just love killing those assholes. Look, I'm sorry for scaring you, but I just need you to recognize that I'm not ordering you around because I'm mad at you. It's quite the opposite. I'm ordering you around because the one thing I want more than anything else is you alive. Even if you hate me, even if, when this is over, you never want to see me again. I need you to be okay. And that's why I'm not giving you a choice. You need to do what I say. Do you understand? Well, we're okay. I'm sorry, truly, that this is what's necessary. Okay. Is anything else bothering you? 2 things. Okay, hit me. What you got? Hugs? Yeah, of course. I'll give you a hug. Come here. Oh my God, that feels good. Holy shit, I've missed this so much. Oh, baby. Oh, God. It's gonna be okay, I promise. I'll throw myself in front of a frickin' train if I have to. I would do it without hesitation. You're gonna make it. Yeah, I promise. Okay. So, what's the other thing that's bothering you? We just talked about that. I don't want to tell you what to do. What? Okay. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt you. Go ahead. Oh, so you were upset because I wasn't respectful of you by ordering you around, but you're also upset because you like being told what to do. Like it turns you on. Oh. I mean, I haven't run into that with people I'm protecting before. I mean, maybe they were and they just didn't tell me. But, it's not unusual to like being dominated. I mean, a lot of people like that sort of thing. You are positively flushed. You're really turned on, aren't you? Wow. No, I don't think any less of you for it at all. I mean, I remember how strong you were in your daily life, how put together you were, how in control you are. And I think it's very common for people who are in positions of power or just generally have a good grasp on things to like the opposite when it comes to the bedroom. I totally get it. So in that regard, I guess I'm not surprised. And ordinarily, I would never, ever do this sort of thing while in the middle of a protection assignment. But we've been on high alert for well over a day now, and you're really worn thin, aren't you? So, do you want to work on that? Okay. You're having trouble answering, I see. So, I'm going to go out on a limb here, okay? And if I'm wrong, then I want you to tell me immediately, and we'll stop. And we can talk about it some other time if you're comfortable. But if I'm right, and you like it, then we can keep going, okay? Okay. Then stand up, now. I want you to look me right in the eye, and I want you to take it off. All of it. The spicy second part of the story continues on Patreon. The link is in the description, and the rest of the story will continue on YouTube very soon. Subscribe and turn on notifications to be pinged when the next part releases.